いかがですか。そこの方、豆腐いかがですか。
いや、悪いが間に合ってる。
そんなこと言わずにお願いしますよ。うちの豆腐結構絶品ですよ。
いらないと言ってるだろう。
一丁だけでもいいですから。お客さんが買ってくれないと俺。
しつこいやつだな。お前まさかポケサーファイターか。
あれ、もしかしてカズマくん。
Oh god, he's so old now.
久しぶりだな。初めて会ったのってあれバブルの頃だから。
Oh, that's surreal. So I never played the Pocket Racer campaign in Yakuza 0, which is where I think they introduced it. But I did play it in Kiwami, which I think was an additional campaign that didn't exist in the original version of the game. That was a sequel to the storyline from 0. And at that point, like I think he was a kid in 0, and then in Kiwami/1, he was like 20 or something, and he's awkwardly hanging out with all these kids because he's like the pocket racer guy. He like works at the business and so on. It's like he's kind of aging up, but we know him from this children's activity, which is funny because we ourselves were never of age. Like that, most of our people we were competing with were. So this goofy storyline with a bunch of kids, and then just me and him, and then here he is, decades later again. Jeez, and it's like I can see what they did here because they had a unique opportunity to recognize the way they were jumping through time, because. So they kind of River Songed it a little bit. They made a character that takes advantage of the fact that this kind of stuff was going to be happening. But yeah, like the games have always come out like 3 years apart or something, or 2 to 4 years apart. And they roughly occur in real time, normally, from like 1 through 6. Like they pretty much take place around the time they were coming out-ish or something. So they have a normal time scale, so it's hard to pay off this crazy shit. But what they did with this guy is that they made a prequel and then a remake of 1 and then 6, and then they went back and did Kiwami 2, which is the remake of 2. So they could really wrap. So like if you're playing these games in release order, this guy shows up like in 3 back-to-back consecutive releases. He showed up in 0, Kiwami, and 6. So it's a bit intuitive what they're doing there, and it's even a little gimmicky. But if you're playing them in chronological order, it's really wild to see this guy show up so many games later and be like, oh fuck, it's a callback to that guy, which they have the power to do at any time. But it's interesting to recognize that they did it in this very specific rapid fire here. Same thing with the Shora PP.
Kamurocho でお前とポケットサーキットで遊んだこと、ついこの間のように思い出せるぞ。
So long ago. That's Yakuza 0. That image wouldn't have existed until recently.
俺も不思議とそんな感じがするよ。あの頃は楽しかったな。いやでもカズマくん、随分老けたね。全然気づかなかったよ。
お互い様だ。お前だって昔あった覇気がなくなってるぞ。
ああ、そうかな。まあ人は変わるからね。
でもまさかこんなところで再会するとは。豆腐屋をやっているんだな。
ああ、引退した後しばらくしてから実家の広島に帰ってきたんだよ。そういうカズマくんは広島には観光かい？
いや、ちょっとした用事でな。しばらくはこっちにいる。
そうなのか。じゃあ今度時間が合えばゆっくりご飯でも。
Hey, Daddy.
ん？ダディ？
紹介するよ。この子はサキと俺の
I found the missing child. Grab him.
ポケサーファイターに子供が？お前、あの頃は童貞だったのによ。
それは言わないでおくれよ。
ダディ、この人は誰？ Who is this dandy man?
このおじさんはね、お父さんの昔の遊び仲間さ、カズマくんっていうんだ。
カズマおじさん、はじめまして。Nice to meet you。
ナイストゥなんかすごい子だな。
びっくりしたかい？家庭の方針で毎日英語教室に通わせていてね。
英語教室？
あれ、そういえばさきと今日の英語教室はどうしたんだ？
それは。
お？
こんなところにいたの？
マミー。
早くしないと英語教室に遅刻しちゃうでしょ。マミーの負担を増やさないでちょうだい。
But でも
口答えしないの。いいさきと、時代はグローバル社会なのよ。英語くらい喋れないと落ちこぼれてダディみたいなしがない豆腐屋になっちゃうわよ。
Sorry、マミー。僕、英語教室に行くよ。
わかればいいのよ。それじゃあ行きましょうね。あなた、これ以上サキトに悪影響を与えないでくださいね。それに道草食ってる暇があったら一つでも多く豆腐を売って学費を稼いでちょうだい。
ああ、悪かったよ。ごめんよカズマくん、恥ずかしいとこ見せちゃったね。
いや、今のはお前の奥さんか？なかなかきつそうな人だったが。
そうだね。でも優しいところもあるんだよ。彼女は息子のサキと立派な大人にさせるため気を張っているんだ。俺みたいな大人になったら大変だからね。
そんなことはないと思うが。
それじゃあすまないけど、そろそろ仕事に戻るよ。カズマくん、久々に会えて嬉しかった。しばらくこっちにいるならまた顔を見せに来ておくれよ。
ああ、わかった。豆腐売るの頑張れよ、ポケサーファイター。
ありがとう。
No, the child is still in danger.
やあカズマくん、豆腐いか。
I will buy all of your tofu, you fool.
毎度ありがとう。またよろしくお願いします。やあカズマ。
I can't buy any more tofu, he's ruined.
次はよろしくお願い。
Now his kid will never go to college and his neighborhood will burn down and... Let's see, take a taxi to the baseball field. Yeah, there's the fishing campaign and the baseball campaign. I'm just not emotionally prepared for more mediocre minigame campaigns. See, have I reset the... Nope.
次はよろしくお願いね。
I feel like it is one justification of giving us these search the town for the missing person quests is they do cause you to run around like a lunatic and then accidentally trigger side stories you actually want. But damn, where's this kid hiding? Will I even recognize them when they show up? Who knows? That scream! Oh my god! Oh, that's the old man. That's the fishing quest. I don't want it. The child inappropriately in the bar area? Where all the bars are? Oh no, someone's dangling from the ceiling in the shopping district again. And I still don't know how to save them.
Yo かった。南雲くんには聞いてたけど、ハルトくん本当によく無事で。
心配かけたな、ママ。
全部話は聞いた。まさかはるかちゃんの相手がユータくんだったなんてね。
すんません。
怒ってるわけじゃないの。というよりはユータくんでよかったなって。
ああ、
清美さん、俺たちこれからカムロ町に行くんです。向こうで蹴りつけなきゃいけないことがあって。
蹴りをつけるって。でもハルト君も連れて行くの？
どこにいても今のままじゃハルトは狙われる。ハルトは俺が近くで守ってやろうと思う。
そっか、分かった。気をつけてね、桐生さんも裕太君も。
ああ、それじゃな。裕太、行こう。
はい。
Tearful farewells, but where's this missing child? Where have they gone? Am I missing? Did I miss like the clue or something about where to check? Or do you really just run around the whole town looking for where a kid might be missing while your brain slowly melts? This kills the Keith. No, stop it. Leave me alone. Just trying to search a bunch of suspicious spaces for children. Is the child in the safe? Like in Saw 2? Remember Saw 2? I remember Saw 2. Ah, and now I'm snaz too, because I'm fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess this kid can just die. Was that his I failed to find the kid reaction? Ah! I don't want to look for the guy again. I'm just gonna be sad when I can't figure out how to save him again. And then what will I do? No, what I need is I need to find Mr. Green, and I need to cave his face in 3 more times or something. And then he will have achieved his destiny. They don't give you any prompt about where he is now, huh? Which is rough, because he's definitely just walking around. No, not you. You really do need like an NPC tracker sometimes in this game. Like, where are they? I know you're here somewhere. Where is he? You know, looks like I'm just chasing these people down the street. See, this is why I give up on quests. Because they're like this. Why do you not want me to do your quests, game? I do feel like Yakuza 6 is unusually rough in general with the way it handles its quests and other elements. At least go meet with the pocket circuit fighter again, and then just kind of hope I happen to encounter the green guy in the process. I still get to wrap that up. Nope, the cat is drifting. It's like all the cats in this region are hard mode. I really wasn't struggling to finish the friendship meter on any cat in the first zone. But I haven't succeeded a single time in this one. We'll see if like enough time has passed for the Pocket Racer quest, or is that one also just gonna fight me on making progress? This guy is here to be recruited. Ow. There he goes.
いらっし
So here's where you can buy alcohol. The question is, do I remember where I even needed to get that guy's alcohol? Oh no, it was a troubler quest, right? So I'll probably never find it again. It was in the previous, is in the other region, but it wasn't a side story, it was a troubler quest. It's the person who needs me to bring them alcohol. I'll probably never resolve that. Yeah, I don't know. Pocket Racer quest is just kind of awkwardly on pause. Oh, here's the ladder. I finally found it. Just in time for the quest to be gone again. That was a sound. Nope. Central shopping center chest or safe. If I find the safe in this region, I can open it, but I don't know if I know where it is. The vending machine. One of the ways of it standing out is that they would put a blue interaction arrow there. Dude, why are you running in traffic with the baby? I didn't run in traffic. You can't say you're following me. I don't know where they would hide it around here. Not gonna lie, I was trying to wrap some stuff up, but I'm kind of done with this game, with this, like, area's approach to quests and how everything just, like, kind of doesn't want to let me continue at it. Whoa. This one was easy.
Kiryuだ。Onomichi。いや、なんだ。
Just letting him know we're in Hiroshima. Rapidly. I think the idea, because they did it with the other guy too, the idea with the green guy is they want me to encounter him periodically in this zone throughout the process of me finishing the story and progressing through the area. But the problem is that they made it so hard to get him because you need food from Kamurocho that you don't know that you need to bring in advance. And if you don't have it in advance in your inventory, then you can't proceed with the story until you get back to Hiroshima in like chapter 9. But I think he might also only be there during the day, because generally speaking, quests are often only there during the day or the night, and not both. So I think you might have to even wait until the specific chapter of right now, all the way in chapter 11, when he's when you finally can have the food from Kamurocho, and he's around and awake, presumably. But I can't verify that part. But as far as I can tell, you can't have the food from the other zone, which like seems like whoa! Look at him go. Which seems like a genuine oversight, like just a mistake. Because given how his quest is set up, it definitely feels like you're supposed to be setting him up relatively early and then having the chance to encounter him periodically in the zone. So I think they just kind of fucked up. I feel like they might have accidentally required food that you can't get in that zone or something. I could be wrong, but I just don't know why you'd contrive it that way. In particular because, like, it requires you to remember food from Kamurocho afterwards. Like, you needed one, encounter him at random in that one corner of the map without a lot of warning, then you need to keep in mind what he asked for. Then remember to get a bento box, but like as you can see, he didn't accept any of my bento boxes. He accepted one specific bento box, so the other ones didn't count. So you have to know which bento box to bring him, even though he didn't actually say that bento box by name. Oh, this is the shopping district one. Stamina belt. Okay, so you need to encounter him at random in this chapter and not miss him. Then remember his order. Get to Kamurocho, which is only part of the main linear story. Then remember to get a bento box, but also either buy every bento box you see, like I did, or know which one he wanted. Because if you just buy a bento box and it's not the correct one, then he won't accept it. Because he clearly only wanted that one specifically, because it didn't. Otherwise, all the options that were acceptable would have shown up in that inventory. And then you can't go back to Hiroshima until the story goes back to Hiroshima. And so if you get back to Hiroshima and you have the wrong bento box, you still can't do his quest. And he just continues to just sit there. And at that point, what, you beat the game and then you can finally activate him at the end? It feels like a casualty of the fact that you can't navigate between the zones on purpose in this game. Which makes sense narratively, but really makes it a struggle to do anything besides the narrative for a lot of the time. But I don't think, like, I feel like it'd be weird. Maybe some people do this, but I feel like it'd be weird to do the entire story and then do the side quests separately afterwards. I'm like, but I want to get strong for the story, right? I also, this might be just my personal thing, and it's also a thing that maybe comes from me, like, quote-unquote, directing a Let's Play and thinking about how to structure it, but a Let's Play is definitely most satisfying when the end of the story happens in the final episode, and not, like, the end of the story happening 20 episodes before the finale, and then you just kind of wander around doing random stuff, and then one day one of the episodes is just the last one with no fanfare because there's no finale anymore. That just feels weird. But that's just me. Dang it, now I'm hungry again. And this town's so bad at feeding me. I imagine I've already completed every restaurant here, because how could I not? There's like 4 or 3. And this one's so bad at filling me up that I sit here and just grind its entire menu on accident. Whoa! So it's the red one, the yellow one, and the highball, I think. It's literally just the first 2 items. Yeah, okay. I should have them memorized by now. But I don't. Alright, that's probably my last meal in Hiroshima. Because this place is a pain in the ass. How does a town that's so small cause so many side quest logistical issues? I already had to put off the... Was it here? No, it was near. It was in Little Asia. Was where I walked into a place during a cutscene, and I'm like, an item on the floor, and then it made me leave before I could pick it up. But yeah, I already had to leave for multiple chapters to come back because they just would not give me the next ghost quest.
いや、またフラッとどっか行っとるようで、今おりませんわ。おやさんになんか用で。
そういうわけじゃないんだが、これから俺とユータでカムロ町に行く。ハルトも一緒だ。
カムロ町に？
ああ。採用会に話をつけにな。
俺の実の父親ってのと縁を切りに行ってきますよ。自分の息子を守るために父親となしつけなきゃならないってのもおかしな話ですけど。
ほいじゃあわしも行きますけ。チート待っとってつかさい。支度します。
いや、今度は俺とユータの2人だけで行く。お前らは広瀬の親分についててくれ。陽明連合会の出方次第じゃ広瀬一家ものんきにしてらんねえはずだ。
え？なんでですか？
ゆうべ腰水をビール瓶で殴ったのはお前だろ。まだ本家からは何も言ってこねえのか。
ええ、本家は今それどころじゃなあですけ。
ん？何かあったのか。
朝舛添の死体が見つかったんですわ。眉間に玉くろうて海に浮いとったらしいで。
なんだと。
採用会に消されたっちゅうことですかいの。あいつも達川と同じように組織から抜けようとしとったんじゃけ。
わからねえ。だが昨べの半純義も銃で撃ち殺された。もしかしたら二人を殺したのは同じやつかもしれないな。
なんや不気味じゃの。
尾道もカムロ町もどこにおっても安心できんちゅうわけか。
桐生の兄貴。こっちもいろいろ心配っすけど、そろそろカムロ町に向かいませんか。俺はもういつでも大丈夫っす。兄貴の準備ができ次第すぐにでも行きましょう。兄貴、もうカムロ町へ。
ああ、行こ
う。わかりました。行きましょう。
ユータ、まずはセレナに行くぞ。
It's just that
アジ
easy.
ア外に行くならハルトは連れて行けない。伊達さんに安全なとこでかくまってもらう。
ええ。
There's something inherently a little funny, but I dropped my controller on my foot. Ow. There's always something a little funny about how they travel between these two regions so quickly with, like, I don't know, I guess you could have a scene where they're talking about what's going to happen, like, which they have anyway, but have them happen on like a bus or some kind of transit to indicate travel time. Because there's something very funny about instantly appearing in the other town in a completely different place. Like the barrier between these two locations is significant enough that it affects what quests I can do to a significant degree, because I can't physically cross that barrier without the narrative allowing me to. So the immediacy feels a little weird each time it happens. It's not like an actual problem, but it's a little goofy. Just trying to hit maximum attack, please. Might be even heightened by the fact that I'm playing on PC, so loading times are basically instantaneous. So it's just, yes, we should head to Kamurocho. And there we are. We're at the famous sign, just like that. There is like a sort of drama that comes from how long loading screens can be in other games. My God. I can't believe this just happened. This drunk just got rescued. This is not how you get to him, apparently. Shit. It's okay, I can jump over the roof? Nope. If I go upstairs, I believe I can jump down to where he is. I don't know about him following me with the baby, but... yeah, I chose the wrong path. At this point, it would have been easier to go back, too. Womp womp. Listen. People don't follow me because I'm smart. Or, I mean, watch my channel. Don't follow me. That's stalking. Am I still going up? Could have sworn you could get to where I'm trying to go from here. Oops. Maybe from over here? It's so convoluted. Is this gonna come up in a... is this gonna come up in like a chase at some point? He's not gonna jump at me, is he? He's... okay, he teleports. Kamurocho is just instantly a nightmare place. God, where even am I now? Okay, it's the smut alley. Close enough. Whatever. Alright, drunk. You happened to spawn for me right when I actually have bottled alcohol, finally, from the other town. Why'd they make items so hard to get in this game? Not how I would have solved the problem. What do you want me to do? Punch him? He wanted alcohol, so I gave him alcohol. I don't think that's like the go-to solution for an alcoholic. I'm not psyched about that, but it's the one thing the game said to do. I'm not gonna attack him, which is I think the only thing other thing that Kiryu can really do. Y'all stop harassing people. You need to cut it out. Damn. Y'all have health bars, cut it out. Yuta, you could stand a little further away while I'm fighting people. Tiger drop. Okay. I've cleaned up the town yet again. This place chill for 5 seconds? Although I would like to get the bomb threat guy message again real quick, so I could just go over to the internet cafe and bust him, because that quest has failed twice now because they keep giving it to me when I'm not ready to interact with it. And that's frustrating. So if they could chill with that. Can't increase my order by 10. And here. I just want to eat here. I have simple desires. I'm a boring, simple person. Food. Almost there. Alright, back to the story. I don't remember any loose quests in Kamurocho. And I think that as far as new quests being added to the game goes, I think it literally stops at like chapter 7. And then it's just like, well, good luck cleaning up whatever we gave you.
Haruto-kun, 久しぶり。
ママ、また面倒かけることになりそうだ。伊達さんは？
あの人に用ならすぐ呼ぶけど。
ああ、頼む。春と伊達さんに少し預かっててもらいたいんだ。できたらこの店以外のどこかで。
え？
もしかしたら春とを狙う奴が襲ってくるかもしれない。
あ、わかった。ちょっと待ってて。
こいつがはるかとな。でもよ、本当にこいつなのか？
俺だとなんかまずいんすか？
はるかのことはガキの頃から知ってるんでな。広島の若いヤクザとそんな風になるなんて思ってもみなかった。
おまけに俺は中国マフィアのボスの子ですよ。
分かったよ。桐生が何も言わねえのに俺が愚痴ってもしょうがねえやな。ていうか桐生、お前はいいのかよ。
俺はもうこいつの鼻がもげるほど殴ってやったんだ。
なんて、やっぱりそうだったのか。
伊達さん、春人の保護頼めるか？
ああ、なんとかする。そっちは任せておいてくれ。それよりカムロ町で動きがあったぜ。尾道から岩見恒夫が出てきてるぞ。
何？いつこっちに？
昨日東上会の本部で菅井と会ってるようだ。他にも陽明連合会の極道らしいのもカムロ町に集まってきててな。そのせいかアジア街の採用会もピリピリしてる。嵐の前の静けさって感じだ。
岩見恒夫は カムロ町に何しに来た？
前にお前から聞いた腰水と染谷の杯は流れたって話だったんだが、またそれを仕切り直しに来たのかもしれん。あいにく詳しいことはわからない。
あ、じゃあ俺ちょっと電話してみます。うちのおやじさんならなんか知ってるかも。兄貴、ハルトのこといいっすか？
なあ桐生、採用会となしつけるっつっても今ってのはタイミングとしちゃ最悪だぜ。アジア外の警戒レベルはかなり高くなってんだ。もう少し待てねえのか？
そうも言ってられねえさ。半純義に増す親、どんどん死人が増えてんだ。
おい、あいつ戻ってこねえな。電話まだ終わらねえのか？
You let someone take a phone call in Yakuza? That's like someone peeing an echo. They're dead. Sleepy baby. Alright, you guys have fun babysitting. I have at least 100 more health bars to punch through.
Yuta. こいつはユータの。
どうした桐生？
ユータがいない。どこかへ消えた。
I was more correct than I thought. Behind the scenes, I was thinking, oh, it's because people use these excuses to take off, and it's a lie. But if his phone's here, that means he didn't book it. He's specific, like he's not like, oh, this is my chance to do it, so I don't have to put anyone else in danger. Like, no, he actually got jumped. He got kidnapped 5 feet away from us. It really is like peeing an echo.
消えたって。おい、まさかあいつ一人でアジア外に。
わかるね。だってさ、悪いがハルトを頼む。
ああ。
Yuta, you idiot. Huh? Wait, he did just come in. Never mind, he's not kidnapped. He just left his phone? Why? I guess they can't reach him. He could just ignore them.
You 都知道我是谁，对吧？我来见我老子。如果他不在，我可以等。把两手张开。
I'm trying to remember now. Why does he know Chinese if he didn't know he was Chinese? I'm not saying people only know the languages of where they are, but that's like, given the context, it's like the narrative would really benefit from him knowing Chinese, obviously, because he's the heir to the Chinese triad and would need to want to interact with these characters. But I don't know if I remember why he knows Chinese, if he didn't know this was where the story was going. Oh, he was taught Chinese by his friend, right? Because his friend, yeah, because his friend was Chinese. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, the guy who turned up dead, he's the one that taught him Chinese. And he was looking after him, knowing who he was the whole time, so he did that on purpose.
别碰我！现在到我，没酒就没法子跟老爹说话。
So how many fucking people knew who he was when he didn't? He was able to genuinely just walk in here.
靴 そう親父、一杯付き合えよ。
I imagine this somehow doesn't pan out well, though. I don't expect he'll be able to turn... Maybe he will turn Yuta on us, who knows?